Hello everyone, it's Mike Reilly here. I wrote a book. It's due out March 17th. It's called Mike Reilly, Finding My Voice, Tales from Ironman, the world's greatest endurance event. You'll be thrilled by some of the stories in there as I have, inspired and motivated. I can't wait for you to read it. I want to tell you about an extraordinary comeback of one of the stories in my book from a woman who had a very tough childhood and a lifetime of hopelessness. I was introduced to Jill Koski at Ironman, Wisconsin, so I arranged to meet her the day before the race. I chose a meeting place right near the finish line. As she came towards me, we gave a big hug because we had been communicating on email, and we sat down. Then Jill turned around and said, "Mike, isn't that the jail behind us?" Oh my gosh, I was absolutely shocked. I knew Jill had spent 8 years incarcerated, and I chose a spot in front of the city jail. She laughed it off, and it told me a lot about her. She's an accomplished woman, a practicing psychologist with 3 college degrees, but she was diagnosed with bipolar too late in her life, and she was battling a lot of demons. To fill her inner desires, she would go out and do things spontaneously. One time she bought a BMW and a Harley-Davidson motorcycle on the same day online, just to fulfill her needs. She knew she had to settle down. A friend suggested, "Why don't you have a glass of wine?" She also knew, since her mother was an alcoholic, she didn't want to do that, but she had that glass of wine. Well, one night on booze and pills, as it just kept spiraling, she fell down, she cut her face, she decided to go visit a friend in her car and ran into a tree. That was her first DUI. She had 5 more DUIs. Finally, the last one landed her in jail. After her initial jail term, she started therapy and realized that her background in psychology could help the other inmates, and that started to help her heal. She finally got out after 8 years. Her transformation, though, wasn't complete. She wanted a big, epic thing to do. She decided on a very difficult goal. She wanted something that would make her focus and work hard. That epic something was Ironman, Wisconsin, and it was going to happen the next day after us sitting down. Her goal was 16 hours for that race, 2 hours for each year that she was incarcerated. The crowd had seen her video at the welcome ceremony, and I told them all about her. They put up a roar right until her finish. When I announced she came in as an Ironman, it was unbelievable. She had an amazing time of 12 hours and 4 minutes, putting her on the podium the next day at the award ceremony. There's a lot more to this story. Last November, she did Ironman Florida, and that was the same month she was finally off probation. Now she's thinking about her very next Ironman. Don't you just love happy endings? MikeReilly.net. Go there, sign up for the book. It'll be out in March as the book printed, ebook, and the audiobook, which I have recorded. I just did that a couple weeks ago. I can't wait for you to listen to the stories and be as inspired and motivated as I have with Mike Reilly, Finding My Voice. Aloha, everybody.